And yeah, he does triumph physically in the end, but he doesn't necessarily. He does get, would you say he gets glory? I don't know, but some type of glory in a way
I mean,
by taking
he
over.
he's the king of the kingdom. Like there's
Mm,
definitely some sort of a whether it's he's glorified or not, like he's in a glorified position for sure.
yeah, yeah, that's
So
right.
that's not really questionable. Um, but yeah, your point about him wandering around and continuing to throw parties and meet with all these people, like there's a and rather than sort of just settling for a decent human life at home with family and all that, there's a covetousness on his part there too. Just sort of a continual seeking out of something to, like, again, why doesn't he want to marry the princess? Why? Because my guess is he prefers running around throwing these parties and
Yeah,
just living. He doesn't want to he doesn't want to settle down. He wants he
yeah, yeah,
so these parties must be like having the gold feasting, meeting all these people. Like it must be there must be a draw to it for him.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that sort of you sort of have the idea of, even if you're super wealthy, if you're not a happy person, you're not happy, and if
yeah,
you're a happy person and you're not wealthy, you're a happy person. Money doesn't buy happiness, but also you can have money and still be very unsatisfied in your soul, still be sort of wandering and searching and unable to settle down and unable to like
yeah,
really blossom a happy life for yourself. And he
yeah,
seems to prefer that over marrying the princess.
yeah.
So there is that sort of covetousness on his part of the seeking, the pulling, the needing, the
Mm,
neediness of that, always needing to be the center of attention, always needing to be throwing the big parties, always needing
mm,
to be able to wander around and not be tied down and have his freedom and not
mm,
sort of compromise for a marriage. Uh,
mm.
Somebody who is at least interested in him.
Yeah.
Hard to say if she, again, if she is a bit covetous, maybe not the best match for a happy life, but
But
there's
either
not
way,
much
yeah,
detail.
yeah,
Yeah.
the structure seems to say that. So the story starts off at a turning point in their lives. They've kind of, presumably it's kind of the end of youth.
Mm,
And it's like, what are you going to do now? They end up getting paid or getting some gift, some providence from life and deciding to settle down and go on with the next stage of life.
mm-hmm.
Whereas he seems like in a way roaming around and feasting is like he's kind of continuing to be a soldier in some way. It's like he's not going to the next stage of life. And when the opportunity, a castle, which is a protected home in a way, and a potential wife, and a position and a role in society presents itself to him, yeah, he rejects it. So yeah, in a way, yeah, he's a demonic character. He's a incomplete character. He's a character that won't mature and settle down. He
Mm-hmm.
he yeah, the only thing, almost the only thing we know about him is he just wants a lot of feasting and he definitely don't take no crap from nobody. But that's
Right.
not like a mature person, that's not like a well-rounded person. Like we've talked
Yeah.
about how it doesn't describe him very much in the story. And that's part of the reason I think he's demonic is he's a kind of one-dimensional, immature person.
Yeah. 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 Because there's this sort of like mistrust of the princess even from the get-go of like she wants to marry him and he's not interested. He's like, so there's a rejection of something, of some sort of offer there. I
Mm.
mean, she says king's daughter fell madly in love with him, but he was unwilling, and that made her all the more lovesick. Yeah, so
He seems
it
so
just it just
mysterious and
yeah,
he's
it just keeps
maybe like,
it's putting him that way. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
oh no, no. But I was just thinking, yeah, it's like maybe he's all about image, personality, you know, like you're saying,
Mm,
being the center of attention, having feasts, going around, being on the road. He's kind of like a, I don't know, rock star or something like that. Yeah. But either way, yeah, he won't move on to the next stage of life. He won't mature. So,
yeah, and actually if you're, people who live like that in real life, rock star wandering around doing all that stuff, don't want to settle. Like oftentimes there's underlying fear of closeness and intimacy
Yeah.
that they're,
Yeah.
it's causing. That's why they never can settle down, because if you settle down with somebody over time, like the sort of spiritual goal of an intimate relationship is you get to know the other person and they get to know you, and like all of your psychological stuff starts
Yeah.
coming up and you got to deal with it, and then you have this
Yeah.
container of the marriage to like work through what comes up. And if
Yeah.
he's unwilling to even look at that stuff, um, then running around and throwing parties is a really good way to distract yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true. Yeah, he